Well, I tell you what, guys, you never know what you're going to wind up with in your garage. But today we're going to get back on that square body. We're going to try to fix, I had some rust up there at the front windshield. Going to try to get it taken care of. I had a guy come over. We pulled some dents out. Looks a lot better. Made some big progress. So hopefully today we can get that truck straight, get a shot and primer, and you guys see it a different color. So let's get on with it. All right, we're back at it again. As you guys see, I got the rust repaired up here where the windshield goes. Nothing too bad, just took a little bit of time, looks pretty good. The outside of this cab's all scuffed, and I'm gonna say it's 90% ready for primer. All the Bondo's been prepped. I got one little spot on the back of the cab that I'm still working on, and hopefully this is the last coat of Bondo and maybe a little coat of glazing putty over top of it. But I'm starting to think it would have been easier just to coat this whole thing in a coat of Bondo and block it all. There are so many little dents and stuff all over this truck, but I think it'll turn out pretty good. It don't feel too bad. Primer's going to tell the tale. Once I get the primer on, we can see how good of a body man I really am. But all in all, pretty happy with it. Show you guys a little bit more with it, then I'm going to show you one more problem I just found. Problem 124 with this truck. On my power steering pump, I still got one more mount here. I got to get mounted up to make it nice and happy where I can get my belts put on. And that bracket looks like this right here. It's for my AC and power steering pump. And the problem is these two bottom holes right here used to go over top of the manifold. They will not fit over my header, so I'm going to have to try to modify that so it can sit over top of that header now. So what I'm thinking about doing, just cutting this off, because I'll have a mount point here, and I'll still have a mount point here, and then my power steering pump will mount to here. And I think that'll still be plenty strong. That'll give me my clearance, and I can still run my AC compressor when I get ready for it. So we're going to give it a whirl and see what happens. Today is finally the day. I'm going to start taping this cab and getting it ready for primer. Body work took a little longer, but I tell you what, I've learned a lot, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think this is going to look pretty good whenever I spray it. The primer's going to tell the tale. Everything feels pretty good right now, but the main thing I'm worried about is I don't want this cab to start surface rusting. I got a bunch of areas like this down to bare metal, and once that surface rust gets started, boy, that'd be a mess. So today's big deal, try to get this thing taped up and ready, because boy, I'm ready to get this thing sprayed, because I'm excited to get started on these front fenders over here. After what all I've went through, as much body work as what this cab took, I think these are going to go pretty easy. And I tell you what, this is getting funner and funner the better I get at it and the more progress I'm seeing. So I'm going to quit talking and I'm going to get back at it. Well, that did not go quite as planned. I figured that plastic stick right to this. I've seen a lot of people do it on the internet before, but I think this masking tape ain't quite sticky enough, because I'd put the plastic on it and it just peel off. It was a mess. So I'm going to regroup and try to find another way to do this. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I finally got this truck all taped up, and it took me a little bit. There's got to be an easier way to do this. So whenever I get ready to do some more on it, I'm going to experiment a little bit, try some different ways, but it should be most of the way taped up. It don't look like it, but like these seams, I taped from the inside. I was inside the cab and taped them all up. So them are solid. It looks like it'd be able to get in there, but it's not. It's got tape on the inside. So everything should be good. This is just for primer. But cab's taped off, frame's all covered in plastic. Been kind of putting this off for a few days because I'm not much of a painter, but we're going to give her a whirl and see how she turns out. So keep rooting for me and hopefully this turns out okay. Well, that's probably going to bring another one to an end right there, guys. Appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate you sticking around. Getting more and more subscribers. This channel's getting a little bit bigger. For me, it feels like it. It might not be to some people, but hey, I tell you what, I'm happy with it. So I'll see you guys next time.